Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. In today's video, I am doing my roundup review of all of the makeup that I tried out in the month of February. I almost said March. We're just now starting March. February, these are all of the things that I tried out. I have a decent pile next to me. I have some hits, I have some misses, I have just a mixture of things to talk about. As always, in case you're new, I'm never intending on being braggy. I'm very grateful for the makeup that I receive, but this is just a way for me to be transparent and share what I've tested out, give you my rounded up thoughts on everything, and that's about it. I always love hearing your thoughts on these products as well, whether you want to try them, you did try them yourself, did you have a different experience than me, all that fun stuff. Before we hop into it, I did of course film this look. It should already be up on my Instagram and TikTok by the time this video goes up. And as far as my accessories today, this necklace was a gift from my in-laws. These earrings are from Spooky Doodle Club on Etsy, and I think that's everything. So yeah, without further ado, let's just hop in and chat about all the makeup that I tried in February. So I guess before we get into really the makeup that I tried specifically in February, we gotta talk about the Perfect World collab that launched between Odeneye, myself, Makeup Just for Fun, and Lauren May Beauty. We did a three-way collab, and I'm so excited about it. This was revealed and launched in February, but this has consumed so much of my life over the last year, and I'm just super excited that these exist. I will just quickly go over them again just in case you haven't seen them, but this is my Planet Spirit palette that I did with the brand. It's just everything to me. I'm obsessed with my bright colors and my shimmers. Lauren May Beauty did the Sea Talk palette, and it's just magical. Her shimmers are so pretty. I love these blues and that pop of yellow. And then Makeup Just for Fun did the Flora Story palette. It's like a beautiful garden. I love these different greens and purples. It is so cute, and I'm just so excited for them. I'm so excited for all of us. Thank you for all the love that you've shown. So many of you have started receiving your palettes, and it just warms my heart. I've been loving seeing the looks you've created. You are so talented, and I'm just so excited. As of the moment that I'm filming this, all of these are still in stock, so get them while you can. These are limited edition. They might do a restock just depending on really how fast these sell out, but once they're gone for good. So get them while you can if you're interested. First up, I got a little subscriber gift. Thank you so much, Gigi. First being the Fenty Gloss Bomb Ice in the shade Cold Hearted. I'm wearing it right now. This gloss has become my entire personality. It's like my favorite clear gloss of all time. It is so shiny, so wet looking, and it has the most delicious, comfortable, cooling, minty sensation. It's not a plumping gloss. It just feels cold and tingly and minty, and I absolutely love this gloss. I'm such a big fan. Also in that package were two yummy glosses from Covergirl. These were on my wish list along with the Gloss Bomb Ice, but these were on my wish list as well to try out. I've actually never tried Covergirl before, so this was my first time, and I'm really enjoying these glosses. The shades are Coconut's About You and You're Just Jelly, kind of a sheer peachy color and then a sheer reddish color. These are really comfortable. They smell lovely and tropical, and I'm really liking these. I think they're super cute, and I like these colors as well. They're not colors that I have an abundance of in gloss form in my collection, so I'm really happy to add these. Moving on, Lawless sent me a little package of 10 plumping lip balms. I've only tried one, and I think I'm gonna keep it that way. I don't really need an absurd amount of them. I'd rather divvy them out to my friends and share them. But the one that I did keep is the shade Pink Marshmallow. I love this. It's so cute, so comfortable, such an easy go-to quick lip if I just need a little something, but I really don't feel like wearing a whole lot. This is wonderful. I like the plumping sensation. I love their plumping glosses and the plumping overnight mask, and this balm is so cute. I like the soft pale pink of it. It is a really cute balm. I am a big fan of this one. Next up, AF94 sent me a package. I still haven't tried the actual About Face Beauty brand, but I was really excited to try AF94. This is basically the more affordable version of About Face that is sold at Walmart. So I have a handful of goodies that I tried out. First being makeup wipes. I like to have makeup wipes on deck, not for my face. I don't use makeup wipes on my face, but I use them to wipe off swatches because I'm constantly swatching makeup, and These are nice. They don't irritate my skin, at least my arm or my hand, and they wipe everything away pretty easily. So, I mean, not much to say on these. They do the job. They also sent a pair of lashes, which I did end up using before I took a clip of them. So I'll insert a little picture of what these looked like before I used them. They were the 01 lash. I'm not sure if there's another name for these off the top of my head. There's nothing else listed on this box, but they were just really subtle, really dainty, like way too subtle for me. And even though I haven't even been wearing lashes all the time lately, I very much become a mascara girly. These were just a little too dainty, like very pointless for me almost. Like if I'm gonna wear a lash, I want it to have a little more oomph than this. The quality themselves wasn't bad, but it just wasn't my perfect lash. A couple lip products, first being this Give 'Em Lip High Shine Gloss in the shade Underneath It All. It's a pale pink. I've been so into baby pink lately, and this gloss is really cute. I like the formula. It's very lightweight and smooth. It doesn't have like a ton of like sparkle or anything like that. It's not plumping or anything. It just gives a nice, cute little shine. I like the baby pink tint. I've worn this a couple times. Also, this liquid lip in the shade Like Fine Wine. I actually really like this. It wasn't overly drying, but it did dry down matte. It was pretty comfortable, pretty lightweight, a cute shade of red. I don't really have any complaints, but I also can't say it's like my favorite liquid lipstick I've ever tried either. We have a mascara. This is the Push to Start Volumizing Mascara. I've been using this one a decent amount over the last month. I always start first by curling my lashes heavily and then going in with a waterproof mascara. Right now it's the e.l.f. waterproof, and then I'll layer something else on top of it, whether it be this e.l.f. Lash and Roll one or this one or a Lawless one. I have various ones that I'm kind of testing out at the moment, but right now I'm wearing this one in conjunction with the waterproof one, and I don't dislike it. I like the wand. I like the fluffy volumizing wand. I feel like it does a good job coating my lashes and pushing them upwards. And even though I still stand by that I'm not the best judge of mascara because I don't feel like my natural lashes hold a curl very well, I've been trying to get better at forcing them to. But either way, I don't hate this mascara. It doesn't leave any transfer on my cheeks throughout the day. Like, it doesn't melt off. It's nice and black. It doesn't make my lashes go flatter, so that's good. So overall, I'm liking this one. We have two pencils. I'm always excited to add new eye pencils to my collection. We have the shades Atomic and Myzul. It's like a really cute teal and then a really pretty navy. I love these colors. I like this formula. It's very creamy and it seems to sit in my waterline really well all day long. I also have 3 liquid liners, which I'm enjoying enough. I feel like I'm able to kind of do graphic linery things. They also work nicely for a wings liner. I haven't really had a problem with these, and the colors are all very nice. We have Casino, Eyes Wide Shut, and King Crimson. We have kind of a metallic teal, a black, and then a metallic red. Love the metallic teal and metallic red. I don't really have things like that in my collection. I have a million black eyeliners, so that's not super exciting for me, but the other two I do really enjoy. I've reached for them a couple times. We have a multi-use cheek and lip color stick. I haven't really used this on my lips, mostly just my cheeks, but it is in the shade Soft Smile. It's very cute. I've actually really enjoyed using this. I've used it a lot over the last month. It's a really nice, blendable, cute cream blush. I've used it with both a brush and a sponge, and I quite enjoy it. I find it blends onto the skin nicely. I like the cute shade of it, kind of a pinky, kind of just like a true neutral pink, you know, it's not too warm, not too cool. I've really enjoyed this one. It's not like my favorite cream blush I've ever tried, but it's doing the job nicely for now. And then last, which I actually haven't technically delved into yet, but it's like this sticker sheet that has a mixture of stickers and face gems. So I'm sure I will use these at some point because I do like to add little gems and stuff here and there. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, but I think these are all really cute. I like the colors, I like the shapes. I think this is fun. Moving on to Pacifica, I guess I had a couple skincare things to talk about in this video. They mostly just sent me a couple restocks on things that I've used many times before and talked about before, but I did try a couple new things as well. This one I don't think I'd tried in the past, and I'm pretty sure I haven't talked about it, but it's the Vegan Ceramide Barrier Cream. I have used the Vegan Ceramide line before, but this one specifically I don't think I've used. I've been using this as a moisturizer most nights lately. I really like it. It's thick, but it's not too thick, but I feel like it really moisturizes my skin and gives it a really nice plumpness in the morning. For reference, I have normal to dry skin, and I'm always looking for things that are extra moisturizing, and this has been really nice so far. It's really lovely. Also in the Vegan Ceramide line is the Extra Gentle Face Wash. I'm liking this one as well. I like just keeping a cleanser not only by the sink but also some in the shower, just so I always have easy access to different cleansers when I'm showering or taking off my makeup, things like that. This isn't like a makeup remover. I use a separate thing for that, but I do feel like it cleanses the skin really nicely. It's really gentle. It's not making my skin feel squeaky clean or stripped or anything. It still feels nice and hydrated, so this has been a really nice cleanser as well. However, unfortunately, this next one was awful. It's these like reusable eye patches from Pacifica, and I love an under eye eye patch. It's like one of my favorite things to do in the morning when I remember to do it. And I was super excited about the idea of these like reusable ones, but these are awful. Basically, you're just supposed to like put on whatever skincare you want, especially heavy on the under eyes. And then you can stick these to your under eyes and just like let it really soak into the skin for like 10, 15 minutes, what have you. But I find that these just like, I mean, it's sticking on my hand right now just fine. But once I have skincare and stuff, these don't stick. They just like slide off. They don't want to like form to the curvature of my face. These just don't work. I fought with them for like 5 minutes. They just don't stick around. And I'm pretty sad about it because I love the idea of reusable ones, but unfortunately, those were a bust. Next up, Glamlite actually sent me a collection. I've never gotten PR from them before, but they sent me their new Chucky collection. I did do a full video with this collection already if you want to see my full video on it, but I will kind of run over all these products again really quick. First being the one that did not arrive, the Chucky blush. It just came ripped out, which I think is really funny. It's like alarming. Like, why are they ripped out like that? So I have no thoughts on the blush, but I did almost get it. We have the eyeliner duo. It comes with a pencil and a pen, very black. I like the pencil. I found it was pretty smudgy and blendy for it being a wooden pencil. I usually prefer more of a retractable pencil, especially when I'm smudging black liner in my waterline, but it actually performs really well. However, the pen, as much as I like the really skinny tip on it and I like how black it is, I find I can really only do one eye at a time without having to take a break to let the liquid sink back into the tip of the eyeliner. It just kind of dries out halfway through. So maybe it's because I do giant winged liner. Maybe if you're just doing a little flick, you'd be fine. But unfortunately, that one just doesn't last for the kind of wings that I do. Once it was actually on, I feel like it like wore fine, but it's just the actual application of it that wasn't my favorite. We have the Chucky and Tiffany lip kits. They come with a lip liner and a lipstick, and I love both of these. I've worn the Chucky one multiple times, and the Tiffany one is so cute. The Chucky one is just more of your basic run-of-the-mill neutral that I absolutely love, and Tiffany is more of like a plummy burgundy color. I love these. It was my first time trying Glamlite lip products, and I was really impressed. Even though wooden lip pencils aren't my favorite, those ones were actually really nice. They weren't tuggy in the slightest, and the lipsticks were super creamy, and I felt like they lasted really well. And finally, we have the Crazy in Love eyeshadow palette. I've really enjoyed this one. Like I said, I did a full video where I played with this whole collection, but I also featured this palette in an additional look on my Instagram and TikTok. I like it. I like these smoky, plummy vibes. I think it's really sultry and pretty. I've seen multiple people recently comment that they felt like this palette was boring or that you can't do a lot with it. Agree to disagree. I love a smoky, grungy moment like this. I feel like I can do a lot with it. I can play with more of the plummy tones. I can play with more of the cool tone neutrals. There's some gray shades in here I can kind of mix and match. I love a grungy color story like this, so I think this is really fun. I was really impressed with the quality. I found the mattes to be really pigmented and the shimmers to have a really nice metallic punch. So overall, I really liked this one personally. Next up, Milk Makeup sent over a bunch of minis of their different cheek sticks, highlighters, blushes, bronzers, and their new contour sticks. I only ended up keeping 2 of them just because I didn't need a plethora of a ton of sticks that I've tried in the past or maybe already owned, so I gave a lot of them to friends, but I kept the new contour stick and I kept a bronzer in the shade that I do not have. It's a new shade to their line. The bronzer is the shade Dazed and the contour is the shade Toasted. In the swatches, you can see the contour is the more cool toned version. I was really excited about this bronzer stick just because I loved the baked bronzer stick for years from Milk. I only recently decluttered it just because it was so incredibly old and I was never gonna go through that full-sized one. Honestly, if you ever want to buy sticks from Milk Makeup, just get the minis because they'll last you forever. But Dazed is a new shade in the bronzer line and it's lighter than Baked, so I was super excited to try this one. I have to say though, I haven't actually worn this on my face yet because I've been into the contour stick mostly, but I am really excited to try this. I know I'm going to love the formula because I loved it for years. But the new contour stick in Toasted I really like as well. I find it to be a really nice shade on my pale skin. It's not too warm, but it's also not too gray. I feel like it's a really good shadow color and it blends so nicely. So I'm really excited about this. Creature Cosmetics sent me a collection recently. I played with a bunch of this stuff in a Get Ready With Me recently. I've also already started doing Instagram videos / TikToks with the different palettes I received. If they're not already all out yet, they will finish up and continue to roll out soon. I guess we can just go by collection. First being Sleepaway Camp. I have the Sleepaway Camp palette. I've played with this one, I believe in an Instagram video / TikTok. I didn't feature this one in my Get Ready With Me. Honestly, this is my least favorite one out of the palettes that they sent me just because for me, it's just a rainbow palette with like subtle satiny shimmers. It's not my go-to as far as formula goes. The mattes perform fine, but playing with rainbow palettes isn't my go-to. I love colorful makeup, don't get me wrong, but I like more of a unique, curated, colorful color story rather than just a rainbow. And these shimmers are honestly just a little lackluster. They're not bad. They just don't provide that sparkle or metallic shine that I look for. So this wasn't my favorite, but it's not awful, and I think the theming is super fun. Moving on to Re-Animator. This is the Re-Animator palette. Don't love the shape of the palette. It's not super practical like really any of these, but it's small and compact enough so it'll fit on my shelf just fine. But this one is very bright, very vibrant. This is my favorite color story out of the three. I love the green, blue, purple combo. It is so punchy and loud. I love it. I don't love that there's a pressed glitter in here, but we can move past it. And again, the shimmers specifically aren't the best. They're just a little more on the satiny side. I prefer something with a little more punch, but overall, I did enjoy this one more than the Sleepaway Camp one. I used this one in my Get Ready With Me video. Also part of the Re-Animator collection is this syringe gloss. I don't know where I'm gonna put this. I don't know where I'm gonna store this because this like will not fit in my drawer. It's a little impractical. It doesn't have like a doe foot, it's just like this hip and you push on the syringe for the product to come out and then you have to pull the syringe back really quick because it'll just continue to flow out otherwise. Once it was on my lips, I liked the color, I liked the shine. I found it to be pretty comfortable even though it's a very opaque red gloss, which opaque glosses aren't usually my go-to. It was pretty comfortable, but I did have to spend some time really smearing it around with just this plastic tip because there isn't like an actual doe foot to really form around my lips. So it was a little not great to apply, but once it was on, I did really like the color. And finally, Trick or Treat, first being this Sam blender sponge. I simply refuse to use this. This is just gonna live as is forever. I think it's so cute. It's just gonna probably sit on my shelf back there. And I love it so much. We also have the Hack and Slash highlighter palette. We have 4 shades in here. 2 of them I can't really use as highlighters because they're just a little too dark for me, but they all do look really, really pretty on the eyes. I actually use this in conjunction with the Re-Animator palette in my Get Ready With Me just to spice up the shimmer a little bit that was on my lids. And the highlighters that I can use as a highlight are really pretty on the skin. They're very twinkly, sparkly, wet looking. Overall, I do like this highlighter palette. I think it's really unique. It's not like your same basic tones that you normally see. And finally, the Trick or Treat palette. Again, the shape of the palette isn't ideal, but it is so stinking cute. I adore this movie with my entire being, so I'm really excited that I've gotten to try some of the products from this collection. We have just a mixture of spooky, Halloween-y autumnal tones. I love the vibes of this. I also found the shimmers to be a little more punchy than the other palettes. Still not as like sparkly or metallic as I would prefer, but they do have a little more punch to them. There is also a pressed glitter in here that isn't my favorite thing, but again, it's fine. Overall, I like this one. I found the mattes to be really pigmented, really blendable. Overall, I found the quality of this one to be the best of the 3, and I really enjoyed using this one. I did already post an Instagram / TikTok with this palette. I believe it should already be up by now. The brand also did send me a couple sets of the liquid lipsticks that went along with these collections, but unfortunately, I tried one of the liquid lipsticks last year. It was the only thing I tried from the brand and it wasn't my favorite. It was very hard to get a smooth finish for me and it was very dry and uncomfortable. So I decided not to open those. I'm just gonna give them to friends who might enjoy them more than I did. But I was really excited to try some other stuff from the brand. I've enjoyed playing with these products. I think the themings are fun. Even though some of them aren't my favorite thing ever, none of them were awful, and I've enjoyed having fun with them. Next up, Rare Beauty sent me some under eye patches. So unlike the Pacifica ones, these are amazing. It comes with 8 pairs. I've really enjoyed these. They're cooling, tightening, hydrating. I feel like when they're on my under eyes, I can really feel them kind of tightening up and making my under eyes just feel awake and alive and prepped for the day ahead. So far I'm really enjoying these. I'm gonna be sad when I run out of them, but I have some from like Pixie and Fourth Ray Beauty that I can continue using afterwards, but I think at the moment, these are my favorite under eye patches I've ever tried. Next up, Ace Beaute sent me, oh, this is so awkward to show on camera. It's gonna have to be sideways. This Ultimate Sculpt Face Palette. It's basically 4 cream, like bronzer contour-y type shades. Well, I think this first one actually is supposed to be a highlight shade, but definitely not for my skin tone. If you have a deeper skin tone, absolutely. I've mostly just been using this one. I'm wearing it today. I really like how creamy and blendable this is. If I had it my way though, I almost wish these would have just been sold separately so I could just have the one shade that I'm gonna use because I'm not even gonna touch the other 3. But the one that I can use, I really enjoy. And if you're someone who's looking for a cream contour palette with like multiple shades, this isn't a bad one. I really enjoyed the blendability of it. I think it's nice. Moving on, just a couple more things. Fenty Cosmetica came out with their new Rogue palette and also 2 fragrances, which they've never done fragrances before. We have the Druid and Rogue fragrances. They are so nice. I'm wearing the Druid one right now. For me, the Druid one smells more earthy, kind of florally, and the Rogue one literally smells like a witchy shop. It is so lovely. I really like both of these. They don't necessarily last like forever on my skin, but they last a good amount of time, and I really like the scent. It's not too overpowering. It doesn't make me feel like ill to smell it because it's not too much, but it is just enough, and I really like these. Also, the Rogue palette, I'm wearing it today. I wanted to go with something kind of soft but smoky greenish, and I really like the vibe. This is such a pretty palette. We have 4 multi-chromes and 5 mattes. These are beautiful. I already did a full video on my YouTube channel, and then of course this look is on Instagram and TikTok already. I think this is lovely. I love Fenty Cosmetica. Their Druid palette still holds #1 in my eyes, but this is a wonderful palette in the lineup. This is their 4th palette, and it is gorgeous. I love these blues. I love these smoky tones. These shimmers are so shifty and magical. I'm really happy with this one. And this is the first palette they've done so far that is magnetic, and all of these singles are sold individually as well. So if you only want a couple shades, you can also do that as well. And last but not least, Salem Cosmetics came out with the Forest Heart palette in collaboration with Smink. This is such a lovely palette. I played with this a little bit yesterday to get ready with me, and I really enjoyed it. I'm excited to play with this one again. I definitely will be doing an Instagram video / TikTok as soon as I can. These colors are so pretty. It's like an enchanted fairy garden, and I'm just eating it up. I think these colors are so good. It's such a good combination of grungy jewel tones with punchy, bright, fun tones. These shimmers are so shifty and magical. Ever since Salem switched up how they were doing their shimmers, they have like exceeded my expectations. Their mattes were pretty good from the start of their palettes coming out in their brand, but their shimmers have been killing it the last 3 palettes, and I'm so excited to see it. Their palettes have been a lot of fun to play with, and I'm just really excited to see where they continue to go. And I feel like that concludes my roundup review. I feel like I've been talking for a million years. I would love to hear your thoughts on these products. Are you interested in any of these? Do you already have any of these? What did you think if you did try any of these? I would love to hear your thoughts down below. If you made it to the end of this video, why don't you leave a vehicle emoji? One of the random cars, boats, planes that exists in the emojis. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can follow me on my other socials. You can join the BATTYBEAN fam. I am BATTYBEAN on everything, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And if you want, you can subscribe. If you want to see more of my videos, I'm posting most days here as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye. Oh my gosh. I've already had a cup of coffee today, but I feel like I need another one. I just had like the most vivid, ridiculous nightmare dreams, and they didn't make any sense. Like I woke up and I was like, why was I even worried? But now I feel like I didn't sleep at all.